Do I know how to share? Do I know how to share when I'm feeling like my resources are limited? Do I know how to take care of myself? Do I know how to take care of my environment? Do I know how to place personal boundaries up so that I can keep some energy for myself? Am I resourceful? How do I cope with stress? Do I know how to properly process trauma, fear, anxiety, grief? Am I feeling safe? How do I communicate my needs gently and with compassion? How much rest do I need? What should I be doing with my free time? Who am I? The sky is darkening in front of me, so as I go into the nighttime, I'll start to share some of my tips for feeling relaxed and taking care of my well-being when I'm in a compromised, potentially uncomfortable situation, such as a quarantine or dealing with an injury or, just life in general can be pretty overwhelming. So these tips pertain to anyone at any time. If this helps you, I'm so glad, and thank you for listening. The first tip I want to give is be really gentle with yourself. Like, you are another person watching yourself grow up. Like, you are your parent or your guardian, and you can develop sort of a persona of who that might be, some loving presence in your life that when you find yourself ruminating on these questions or starting to stress out or taking it really personal or giving yourself a hard time, you can bring that other part of you in and say something to yourself like, oh baby, it's okay, or hush. That's what I've been saying to myself a lot. Hush. I don't know where it's coming from. You can say, we can't get through this all at once, it's going to take some time, and you're doing a really good job. I'm really, really proud of you for wanting to take these steps to have a better experience for all of us. It's a really beautiful gift that you're trying to give to yourself, and very courageous too, to be opening up to your vulnerabilities and trying to work through them. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for doing that for us. You can talk to yourself like that. If you did something kind for someone, or you acted in a different manner, maybe more grown up than maybe you would have before, you dealt with a challenging situation with more grace, you can say to yourself, good job, great job, that was beautiful, keep going, see, I knew you could do it. Believe it or not, like, talking to yourself is not crazy, and I think that it's one thing that could be encouraged more, because when you hear the vibrations coming back to you of the voice saying some positive thing like that, for me it just feels really, really good, especially when you're not used to hearing stuff like that in your life, and then you start introducing it into your mindset. It becomes more familiar and easier to accept. So that's a really beautiful gift too. The second tip is, let me see if I can turn my light on because it's getting super dark. Give yourself permission to slow down now. If you really give yourself permission to really slow everything down, that tactic will unlock tons of treasures. After having an accident and then becoming paralyzed, I just got sat down and I could not go anywhere and move like I used to, and everything takes so much longer. Getting out of bed, getting dressed, making my food, doing everything takes so much longer, and you can get really frustrated, or you can go into it and you can just learn how to enjoy taking your time. When you wake up in the morning, sometimes I stay in this sort of in-between state between dreaming and waking. It's called a hypnagogic state, and it's a really, really beautiful place to hang out in for a while if you can. A place to find intuition, epiphanies, realizations. It's just a really, really beautiful, peaceful time. Then another thing is keeping your iPad or your phone turned off while you're sleeping, and then waiting for a little while before you turn it on. When you wake up, don't reach over right away and turn it on and start looking at things. Give yourself time to slowly wake up and think for yourself. Slowing down, we're really gonna learn more about who we really are. You can slow down making your food. You can slow down doing every single thing that you're doing throughout your day. You can sink into each moment and really appreciate what you have. Slow down in conversation, slow down in responding. You can give your nervous system a chance to slow down and settle. You can benefit in so many ways from taking this opportunity to feel okay about slowing down. Each and every one of us has access to some sort of inner knowing or inner knowledge that when we slow down and turn off the noise around us and begin to value experiences rather than material possessions or anything like that, something opens up inside and takes us on a journey into a path of incredibly fulfilling life unfolding. To be able to surrender into a peaceful sleep for a long period of time, I want you to be able to experience, like I have finally been able to experiencing the nighttime as something beautiful and not something scary, and actually being comfortable in my home and in my space. And so I just really hope that you're feeling like you have a safe place to call your own while you're sleeping, so you can fully go into a relaxed state where your immune system can work on rebuilding itself throughout the night. Your body chemistry can work while you're giving yourself a break, mend and rebuild and replenish yourself from the day while you're sleeping. Whatever it takes to make sure you have a space where you feel like you can do that. Even if you like put up a tent or something in your house or in your room, that's just for you, that you can zip up and feel like you have your own cozy environment where you can peacefully slip into that vulnerable, restful, peaceful state and let your nervous system calm and wake up feeling strong enough again to continue on this path of growing up gracefully and working on making yourself, your world, and the world a better place to be, to continue believing that we don't have to suffer through this life experience, that we can turn a nightmare into a dream. We start making the right choices. We start regaining the trust of ourselves. Develop that persona that's always encouraging you. Don't be afraid to tell yourself that you're doing a good job. Give yourself permission to slow down. It's not something you only do when you're old. It's a really, really beautiful way of being, to take your time to do things. It's going to unlock so much beauty in your life. And work on creating a safe environment for yourself to rest in. I really hope that you're doing well. I'm sending tons of love, and I'll just keep making videos. It helps me use my time in a way where I find is valuable. I'd like to share encouraging love and advice to people if they'd like. Based on my experience and the challenges that I've had, I feel like I'm able to come to a lot of conclusions and understanding. And so I want to share. When I'm not painting, I'm taking care of myself or making videos. So thank you for watching, and see you soon.